Hey guys, how's it going? It is 14th of May 2024, and we're back in the Railroader because why the hell not? Let's get the hello,
Good evening.
dang kid. Okay. Oh yeah, I was down there. I was doing something with the passengers. The hell is all out there? I can't even remember now. I know we had.
Myself was working 42 last time along the main at Silva.
Oh, okay. Roger that. I think somebody was working 10 as well.
Yes, I think Bob was just finishing up or had finished up.
I think I was in Alarka. I don't know what engine I was using.
Oh, yeah. Jeez, what was that? I can't remember the engine down there. Would you have the two units down there? 50, oh, what is this damn thing? 9,000?
Well, yeah, I took the big unit, two big units down there, but I was using the switcher to switch Alarka Industries.
Oh, okay. So what else we got? Yeah, hold on one second, switcher. I'm looking for something for you now. Okay, you got 10. All right. Snake running with you, Scott?
Excuse me?
Is Snake running with you?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay, that's Quincy. Okay, yeah, I was doing something with the passengers. Okay, guys, give me a shout if you need me. Problem is, there is no passengers here. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Alright, let's check the map out. Trying to figure out. We got 1,200 on the opposite side. Okay, hang on. No, those are the big 4 units. What was I doing with those passenger units? Because I remember wanting to do something. All right. Is that engine 1 you had, Bob? Or no,
No,
that's a passenger.
four. I got number 4.
All right, roger that. Well, no, I'm watching 2 and 3. Oh, I think he's here. Okay. Sorry, guys. I was trying to figure out what the hell I was doing to end the session. I think I was watching these guys, but I think that was it, and they were just running along their way. Stalled on hill, needed a double head. Yeah, and I think that was it. Okay. So we got May 14th. Dispatching. Okay. And Alarka Local. Scott's over at 42. Switcher's got 10.
Ooh, big leg spike.
I think we survived. Hey, you. Come on up. Or do something. Not gonna do it, are you? Ah. Hey, you. Okay. What the heck? Hang on a second here. Did you do that on purpose, Bob?
I did.
Just give me a minute, kitty. Didn't want to bother me all the whole time Emmett was here. Huh? What you doing? Hey, what are you doing? What you doing? Oh, you're up here now.
I was on one of the industry spurs when it filled up a coal car and shifted it down to the next track, the delivery track. And I think that somehow froze the locomotive because it was in.
Oh, yeah. Or what are you doing? Crazy cat. No, I don't want to go that way. This is a little inefficient, but I should have got the water on the one, and then that would have been okay. It's my cat on my table with all kinds of junk on it. Aurora, come on down. Hey, come on. Want to sit here? You got that here. You can sit here if you want. You can come up if you want. As long as you don't get in the way of my keyboard. Huh? Oh no. She's watching trains. That's always a good thing. That is always a good thing. She's following my mouse. Well, hey. I think I'm going the right way now. Hey, if it entertains her, I'm all for it. You watching the engines getting filled, Aurora? Aurora. She's just following the mouse. Ah, shoot. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing. Quit playing with the cat. Got a job to do here. Give that one some water too. Okay, so I want to I think I want to have 2 leading. So if that's the case, then I'm just going to bring them down here. Yeah, that'll work. You attacking something? Just playing with the toys. Did you get your toys? You want to come up? Did you want to come up? You haven't climbed up all day. I feel bad for you, but you had your chance. Come on up. Well, guess not. Okay, so we'll do that. Problem was, you fell asleep like me, Aurora. Can't. Permission granted. Oh.
42 to dispatch?
Go ahead.
Yes, looks like all our duties are complete at Silva for the moment. Do you want us to take what little interchange we have up to interchange, or would you like to have someone else deliver them?
I can grab that later.
Roger.
Yeah, I'm just
I'll
trying
do that. I'll put 42 out of the way then.
Okay, sounds good. I'm just getting the passenger serviced here. I think the only other passenger that needs service is number 1 at Alarka.
Yeah, and the locomotive window's still facing the wrong way too.
Yeah, that can be fixed. I've got the double-headed units. Got the double-headed units here at Andrews, and I got them serviced, so just getting them run around. So if you wanted to do that temporarily, Scott, I just need the engine facing the right way on number 1, and then serviced at the facility there. I don't know what else there is, unfortunately, until we get these cars. It's kind of weird. I'm kind of in a catch-22. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. I'm gonna have to save enough money tonight or during the day today, so that I can use one of these two. I thought I had too much power. Right now I'm short an engine because I'm gonna need it for the what do you call it? I'm going to need it for Andrews. And I'm not even too sure if that's enough power. It'll work the yard here. I can get one unit to work the yard, but we'll see. Of course, we have to wait now. What was it, 11:45? Jeez. Might have to skip some time eventually. Yeah, but then I got all that money making passengers. So I don't know what. I'm open to suggestions on this one. Because I need the money, but I also don't know what to do beyond that to get us to the next day. I'm only at 7,000. Whereabouts are you right now, Scott?
I'm just positioning the engine and gonna tie down.
Okay, Roger. How many cars is there to interchange? I'm just wondering if it is worth it now. I don't change anything just yet. I'm just curious how many cars, if it's even worth it yet. If it's not, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just wait for the other one.
Just 4.
Oh, don't worry about that then. Not even worth it. I've got my double header set up now the way I want it. I think the plan is. Oh boy. I might just have to do with what I can do with the. I mean, I've got 6 diesels. I got 4 diesels that are sitting up at the yard there. I've got 2 that are currently being used down at Silva, but I don't have any demands at the moment. Just 10. Like I said, I think I said last time. I mean, we're almost at a point now. We may have to do 2-man crews for the rest of the day. It'll get busy next time, though, I'm sure. Yeah, and sometimes you have crew shortages, and now we actually have a crew surplus, which is interesting.
Where's the engine that needs turning?
It is number 1. He's at the Y at, I believe he's at the Y at Alarka, or is he at the station? Bob?
It's in the Y.
Yeah, he's in the Y at Alarka. Yeah, it was kind of weird because for a while there it was just Scott and I never thought of trying to expand industries because I wasn't too sure if we could even control what we had. There was a few days there it was just Scott and I, or actually the one day it was Switcher and I. Okay, I got my passenger all set up. I just have to let's see what I can do here. I mean, certainly running the passengers, if anybody wants to do that, that's a possibility. Obviously, they could be AI too, but
Now that's Bob that's moving number 1.
Yep. Yeah, but you can hop in it and finish it off anytime you want.
Oh, okay. Up to you.
which one were you on, Bob? You're still running another engine, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm running number 4, and I was switching the locomotive around on that onto the passenger number 1.
Okay, well, I'll let you guys decide what you want to do between those two.
Well, once this guy latches on, Scott, it's all yours. Fill him up and head him out.
I take it he needs to go back down to Alarka Station.
Yeah, he has to go get. He's got to get servicing done at.
He needs coal, needs water, and he needs passengers.
So the way we've been doing the passengers, I think we have like what do we have? Do we have 3 cars up there or 2?
Two on this one.
Okay. So what I'm doing with those is trying to think now how the hell I was doing it. Number 1, or one of those passenger cars is going to go east from the yard jeez, my brain's not thinking. From Bryson, and another one is going to go west from Bryson once it gets down there. But it can actually load right now anything that's heading west or heading east. They can ride. They just have to ride up to it, and then switch. It'll be added on to another train. I can set that up if you want. Like once I can set the passenger cars up. I know how it has to be set up. It's still a little tricky. I have to write down a procedure for those.
He can see it in his mind's eye. He just can't explain it.
Well, basically, it's got to hit every station. Both of them can hit every station. Cochrane. It can hit every station between Cochrane and Bryson. Hey, kitty. Oh, jeez. Yeah, cat, just make yourself at home here. But yeah, it gets every stop. Both of them get every stop. So Cochrane, Alarka Junction, and Cochrane, Alarka Junction, as well as what is the other one in between? There's one between Alarka Junction. I'd have to take a look at the stations. It's all in order here. I'll take a look at it here and I'll explain it.
Okay, Bob, we're gonna come down the main here to the station.
Yeah, Hemingway, that's it, Switcher. So they all get passengers for Cochrane, Alarka Junction, Hemingway, Bryson. But one car gets, in addition to everything west of Alarka Junction, and then one car gets everything in addition to east of Bryson. Hope that makes sense. And then they just they get added on to the passengers that are going to be coming from the west end and the east end. So at least that gives switching operation. The only problem is it only happens right in the middle. I need a thing for my keyboard so that I can put it on top of the cat. 52. I don't think I did that. How the hell did I do that?
Okay, Bob, we're gonna leave the coaches at the station while we service the engine.
Okay. Okay, yeah, this is why I had to come on here, because I need to turn off that light, or dim that light. So that's got 25 passengers. So what we want to do is I'm gonna do passengers for everything else coming out of here. Finally, my suck kitty. Oh, that's nice. Let's see, Andrews. So we got Andrews. No, we don't need that. So I got Roto, Topton, Natahala, Alarka Junction. Okay. And then what we end up doing is kicking off everybody off of this train. I wish you could do it so you can select certain cars, but we don't want anybody from Silva, Dillsboro, so they'll just get off the train and they'll go on to the other one. Ella, Alarka's got 17. I wonder if this is smart enough so that when you only have one car that can go to a certain destination and then you have the rest of your train can go to other destinations, if it's smart enough to keep enough room at stations for those, or do I have to keep it specific for only those destinations, if that makes sense? So I got, for example, I want to have the car go to Alarka and Cochrane. So I have one car here. But then I have all these other ones in case I probably don't need it. I'll just keep it Alarka Cochrane, and it's a good system. It almost could be even more advanced, especially if you want to do stupid stuff like I'm doing.
One to dispatch.
Yeah, go ahead, one.
Number 1 is fully serviced. Passenger coaches are reattached. Do you want us to release or just leave it here and you can take care of allowing it to make its passenger run?
Yeah, I can go and fill that up now. Number 2 is number 2 and 3 double header is ready to leave Andrews if you want to run that.
Okay, I'll leave 1 in place and skip over to Andrews and see what's there.
Okay, roger that. It's all set to go, so he's fully loaded, and yeah, that sounds like a plan. Okay. Let's go back into the dispatch here.
Now Andrews, number 2 is just going to operate at normal passenger run?
Yeah, it's all set up. It's all. Okay. It's basically he's going into Bryson, and then that first coach gets set off. But there will be another car to add from number 1, if that makes sense.
Roger that.
So one is going to take both its cars and set them off at on the siding at Bryson, and then from there the other 2 will take whatever cars is necessary off of the siding from Bryson.
All right. Well, we'll give a jingle once we get into Bryson.
Roger that.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, and it takes all it stops at all station stops in between.
Okay. Well, we'll ride along. I'm gonna let AI do the the work.
Sounds good. Yeah, enjoy the scenery.
Yes. Might even get a few screenshots.
Sounds good.
Something I don't usually do.
Nah. Oh,
Okay, 2's underway.
Roger that. Passengers to Silva. Oops. I think I need more passenger cars. Either that or more service. Well, I'm just going to have to add more to the others.
No, I don't usually activate the crew. If I pick join number 2, will that screw anyone up?
Don't think so.
I'm going to try it just for the hell of it.
All right, roger that.
Yeah, it just announces it in chat. So that's good.
It's mainly for it's mainly for switchless.
Roger. Number 2 is just by milepost 97.
Oops.
what it is to keep throwing me out of the cab.
Yeah, it threw me out of a caboose a couple times last night too. Seems to work the best when you just hang onto the side of a car.
That's it, I'm sitting in the conductor's seat here, and every once in a while,
Might have been me somehow controlling. I don't know if it had anything to do with it, but I've got one totally to myself now.
I've had it do it with me even in single player every once in a while, especially on a curve. For some reason, it tosses me out onto the footboard.
Oh, okay. What was that switcher? It disconnects from the engine?
Maybe the engines are divergent and exist in two parallel dimensions at the same time.
Alarka. Well, I can't do that yet. Oh, I see. So I load up Alarka and Cochrane first.
Can you hear that foolish cat?
I did hear it. The chuffing?
I think he said the foolish cat, not the chuffing.
Oh, okay. I heard the chuffing of your engine, but no, I didn't hear a cat. My foolish cat is sucked up lying here in my lap. Okay, so let's go.
So Jupiter won't shut up. He doesn't want to be in at night.
Hemingway, Alarka Junction.
He got that cat scratch fever.
But technically, he's not my cat. He's a neighbor several miles away, but he goes to stay here. He comes in and out during the day, and most of the time he disappears all day long and then comes back just about night. I feed him, and then he wants to take off, but then I don't want to let him back out. The critters would love to get him. He doesn't seem to really give a shit one way or the other.
So, Switcher, you're saying the driver doesn't follow
Looks
around
like
the
we're-
corners?
Do locomotives have safety belts in them even today? I don't even think in today's standards they do. They don't.
No.
Like seat
I'm
belts.
aware of. Who's arrived at Rhoda Station?
Roger.
So he's out like a light under the keyboard.
Yeah, my cat's out on a light in my lap. Right by the keyboard. Of course, I have to stretch the keyboard because the cat has to sit here, closest to me.
I just have to watch Diesel. He like to take his legs and touch the keys at the top of the keyboard every once in a while and screw things up.
The only time my cat does that is when it's hopping. Like it'll hop up on, like I'll have the keyboard in my lap. So basically I just keep it loose and then I have it in my lap and then boom. Roger that, Switcher. Permission granted. I'm going to give that signal.
I'll skip back and maybe ride in one of the coaches and see how that goes.
Well, that's fun.
Don't think I've ever ridden in one.
Oh yeah, they're fun. All right.
I don't know if I want to ride in the first coach. That damn trailing Indian's got his headlight on, blinding me.
So Bryson is just waiting for stuff from Alarka, as far as I can tell. Should have made a passenger schedule. I was doing it when I first started, and I could never keep up with it, so I said, the hell with it.
Yeah, I think that would be a little overwhelming, you know, unless you're only planning to run 1 or 2 trains a day each way.
Yeah, it's just there's so much demand. Actually, there's probably over demand. I like the money. I mean, it's definitely helps further along the purchases, but I think the demand is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I run my passenger trains ahead of the freights. I do the freight work in between my passenger stops because I think the passengers are that important.
Oh, I treat it like I do that run, that this whole run with the passengers. I usually will continue to run it all day. I'll do its run and then switch it about, and there seems to be enough demand for it, so I just keep doing it. Okay, I gotta decide. I think it's Bryson that gets it first. Actually, no.
Did you say Quincy was here?
Yeah, he was. I don't know if he still is.
Gosh, I'm sorry, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I told you he's. Let me see what his alias was. I forget what he
You were
called
saying
himself.
Snake? Snake?
Something Snake. Oh, my log doesn't go back that far. Roaming? No, it does. Roaming Snake joined at 9:11 p.m. Yeah, I didn't know who Roaming Snake was the other day, and I was just like, oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he had the mic. I didn't hear him call out.
I never heard him. I just saw him on the log because he said he was coming by. Still shows connected. I don't know if he's in Discord though. He's not in Discord that I can tell. No, he's not.
No, I don't see him in Discord.
But he is online. Okay, so I want to get the guy from Alarka Junction out first ahead of him. All right. Oh yeah, so I gotta make sure that the arch switch is all set down here.
Well, being in the passenger coach, I don't seem to be being tossed out anywhere.
Yeah, it's a nice experience from back there. Now, I haven't had a double header go that way, so I don't know service-wise what it's going to need during this trip. Back up into the thing here, and then we'll watch one of these trains. Oops, wrong door. Uh-oh, he's down at the wrong one. I screwed up. Yeah, somebody left cars on the main line at Alarka Junction Yard.
Oh, it was probably me.
Well, the funny one was he went around the Y, so he headed west, and I was like, oh, he's at west. Oh, that must have left the switch. So I just went out and backed him up again. I have to back him up. I'll run him around. No biggie.
Who's arriving at Talkton? Looks like 16 to pick up.
Roger that.
Yeah, I remember putting those red cars there, and I was trying to put them on the second track, but I messed up the switches because they're so close together. And then it went past the switch, and I was like, fuck it, they can stay there.
What was that French word?
Frigate.
Gonna get me demonetized. Might lose my 250. Have to take it out of the P jar.
You might not be getting as many views because you're not doing it live anymore, so people can't comment. And if they don't feel like they're part of the action, they're not going to tune in as much.
Roger that. Switcher 10 is finished up now. Only 2 outbounds. Cars really not worth cutting them out. Yeah, I'm not too sure what to do. Just run passengers. It's 12:28 in the afternoon. The problem is you got to run the passengers. You can't skip time unless. Well, we could technically skip time.
Well, you could also speed up the time, make it 8 to 1, and then just run the passenger trains really efficient. I mean, if that's all we have to do, then we should be able to run them pretty efficiently.
True, but the problem is I mean, yeah, you can run them as efficient, but the problem with that is the passenger demand runs at the same multiplier. So if you go 8 times, its demand will go up 8 times.
Yeah, it's not a perfect solution. You're going to lose passengers if you speed up time either way.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we sacrifice. How far are you? How far are you on the Alarka stuff?
So I'm all finished switching. I just refueled the number 4 loco. I'm putting it in the shed, and I'm going to grab the 2 big yellow bananas and put a train together to head back to Bryson.
Okay then. I'm just wondering if we should jump ahead. Let me just take a look at the finances then. Because the demand will pick up. It's just, of course, I would lose out on all that passenger revenue. Why don't you grab the local traffic that is on the front of the train for Silva? Whereabouts? Why? Grab the local traffic that is on the front of the train for Silva. I'm confused. Hold on. Who? Which train to Silva? Are you talking about the one at Bryson? Oh, okay. Sorry, I got your chat now. Yeah, I might as well just run. I think we can run. The problem is the 4 engines were for the west side. Where's the other 2? The other 2 units are. I guess they're there too. Yeah, I was waiting for the Silva transfer to pick it all up at 1, and then that's basically what we're waiting for, is the run from Silva. Once he's like 9,000 or whatever, brings his train to Bryson, and then that train can go to Silva right away, because then after that should give us enough money, and might be able to purchase at least another engine or something for the service, because then we can jump time, I think. But unfortunately, we can only run till 11 o'clock tonight, so everybody's going to be riding passenger trains or whatever. No, he's doing that anyways. That's what we're waiting for. The guy with the 4 units, or 4 units. Wait a minute. He doesn't need the 4 units. What happened with the guy with the 2? Oh yeah, he's the one that gets the 2 units. So the one with the 2 units usually would grab the rest. I'll get the guy with the 4 units. Actually, if you want, the guy with the 4 units can tie on to the string at Bryson if you want, switcher. If you want to bring the 4 units, grab him off of that big string that goes to Silva, because I need him. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I need him on the string that is the pink string that's going to the western end. And then what'll happen is when Bob comes back, he'll tie on the Silvas. He's got some pickups as well. It'll be able to handle it all. 2 engines will be able to handle that whole string. I don't know how much tons we're talking. Yeah, stuff for Andrews. And I'm not going to make any other purchases just yet until we know what kind of financial situation we're in. And then hopefully then the passengers will continue to run. They're running right now, so all 3 passengers are running. And I mean, it's 10:24 Eastern. Probably not going to see too much action tonight other than that. But as far as the views being down for the channel, I think it's repetitiveness is the most thing. Is things are becoming more repetitive. So you're gonna leave the cars for Silva there. You're just gonna take the 4 engines off switcher. Okay, Roger. I was at the dispatch. Looking out the window, and I saw the cars moving. So
Perhaps on when future sessions, perhaps just go live. You don't have to do any commentary.
the problem with
save having to record.
the problem with going live is when I lose everything. I'm just trying to remember what the issue is with going live. It used to work. It used to work okay when I used to do live. It's the issue. The issue with going live is when we have those disconnects, because it acts weird. I can't explain. I can't remember exactly what it does, but I don't even know that it's disconnected. Or actually, sorry, no, the stream disconnects. So the video quality, you don't get to see through everything. Whereas if you're live, you lose everything. I mean, it ends up breaking up. I've had some videos in the past where they just are split into multiple sections because of that. So I don't bother. But I haven't been live for a long time actually. It's been a while. So the viewership was really good when I was first uploading. I don't think I've done too much live on Railroader. Run 8 was the one that I used to do. Run 8's a different beast when it comes to disconnects. So if Run 8 was to go down, I would lose players, but players would be able to come back in. And I shouldn't say that. It's just kind of weird because it seems like it drops everything more. If that makes
Well, I
sense.
don't remember you having this problem when we played Railroads Online or Run 8.
Exactly.
This is the new problem.
Yeah, and I can't even explain it.
Yeah, that's why you can't go live, because your internet keeps dropping.
Right, and it happens more with Railroader for some reason, and I'm not too sure why that is. Because I've been down in the basement here for quite a few years now. Back at Railroad Online, I was running down here. The full RTS or full Run 8 version 3. I've been down here. As far as I know, how long has Run 8 version 3 been around? Because that's what happened. I was with Railroads Online, then then I switched over to Run 8 version 3 when it came out.
Yeah, I think it's been out a year now.
Oh, at least.
Yeah, I think it was like November of 2022.
Scott, do you remember when version 3? It was in November of 2022. It's only been that long. For what are we talking about? Or we're talking about Railroader.
No, Railroader hasn't been out a year yet. That was last fall.
Okay.
But Run 8 version 3 was a year and a half ago.
It seems like it's been longer for some reason. Maybe it felt like it's so long ago. Yeah, because I was I was kind of dormant for a tiny bit. I think somewhere between version 3, I was getting I was just it was just tiresome. I remember that I was losing interest. I wasn't doing much, and then
Well, when you started up version 3, you had to set everything up, and that took a lot of time.
right.
And then you couldn't work all the industries. You had too many trains. You're getting frustrated.
Exactly, and this is totally different. That's exactly what it was. It was just too much. It was too much work. Whereas this, it's kind of weird because now we're in a situation where there's. I shouldn't say there's not enough because I can certainly give. I don't. I want to be very delicate as to what I added. I just added the rest of the industries this day. This what was it, 36 or whatever day we're on. And I was reluctant to do that before because we were going along pretty much just fine. But it's actually the multiplayer's picked up. You came aboard. We haven't had Commander for a while. I don't know what happened with him. He hasn't been around for a while, so we kind of lost him. Quincy would come around and he'd run with Scott. As far as I know, he's still online. I didn't see him. I didn't see him come off, and he's not on Discord, so I'm not too sure if he's just riding along with one of you guys or what. But beats me. It's just now all of a sudden I've noticed since we took that run with the 4 engines, that was or we opened up the West End, and we just opened up the West End. It seems like it's been forever, but it's really only been about a day and a half because I haven't been running as often. I think we're not running as often is another key thing. So when we were hitting videos on a more regular basis there, before the baseball season started, that's where things started changing. The only reason why I'm running tonight is because there's not a baseball game. Baseball season sucks. As much as I enjoy it, it's just a killer. 162 games is a lot.
Yeah. Well, the other guys I play this game with, they've been binging on Farm Simulator 22 the last couple weeks.
Oh, they got tired of it?
Yeah, well, they just discovered farming and they decided to all jump on it. So they all spent $50 to buy the farming thing, and that's all they seem to do now. They canceled the last 3 or 4 sessions of Railroader, and then the guy who schedules the posts, he's like, "Are you guys ever going to show up?" Well, stop canceling the sessions, and maybe people will be here.
Yeah, well, I saw there was a conversation Discord about Quincy running sessions today, or whatever. He's got some group of eight people or something like that.
I'm almost at Alarka with my cars. Do you want me to drop off the Andrews cars at Alarka, or just bring them all to Bryson?
Oh, at Alarka Junction, you mean?
Yeah. Like, I only have 2 Andrews cars. I mean, it's not a big deal if I leave them.
Nah, bring them down. Bring them all the way.
There's 3 cars up at the Robinson Gap Coal, but that'll just keep, one every hour or whatever, so I'm not worried about
Nah, don't worry about them. Okay, 4 engines on Andrews. Let me read that again. Alright, sounds good, Switcher. I've got, just looking at the dispatch board right now, I've got the doubleheader of 3 and 2 eastbound passengers at Nottahala. I don't think he's going to make it. Well, he could make it to Bryson tonight, but it's going to be kind of tight. RTS 1 is coming in. He's lit up to... So, one thing that is going to become available in probably the next 5 to 10 minutes is there's a train that's on the approach right now for Bryson on the West End. He's going to come in, and he's got passengers for Bryson who's going to get off, and then they're going to load whatever they can going west and east off of the siding. Once they finish loading, that train can then be brought into I don't know how we haven't really kind of perfected it because this is only the second time we've done it. So what happens is those 2 cars, one of them heads east, one of them heads west for the other approaching big passenger trains. I got a westbound passenger number 5 is currently at Whittier. And he's lit up to come into Bryson on the main right now. So he'll be the first one. But the Y can be used as a place to swap or whatever. We haven't kind of, like I said, it hasn't. We can run by this, see what happens. It's a good thing we got this passenger switching, or else we wouldn't have anything going on.
Whittier's all taken care of, and Silva paperboard, and the logging's all caught up.
Yeah, and I've added, I forget if I did, what did I do? Level 1 Did I do level 1 or did I do level 3 for the next day? I think I was going to start cautiously at level 1, but maybe I didn't. Just checking. Yeah, I've got them all at tier 1. So, overnight there's going to be cars coming in for tier 1, and then we can slowly build them up. I don't like using tier 5. I tried doing that before, and I brought it back down to tier 4 for the others. The problem with tier 5 is that there's less probability. So it's a little bit more random. I find tier 5 they seem to be very I don't know what's the word. Not randomized, I guess. It's like they fully load it or overload it or whatever. So yeah, Switch, if you want, once one is stopped at the station at Bryson, you can take like I said, he'll drop his cars at Bryson, or drop his passengers at Bryson, and then yeah, he's coming in right now. He's on the west side of Bryson.
$9,000 to dispatch.
Go ahead.
Can I get a light off the siding at Alarka Junction here for headroom? Just got to pull ahead, put my train together, and then I'll be ready to leave for Bryson.
Roger that. Signal on request. I'm totally confused, so I might just watch you. Yeah, I gotta write down a procedure for this. Okay. The switching, but this is above my pay grade. Alright. Yeah, sometimes you gotta switch passengers, too. There's an actual operation. I was talking the other day about how the Canadian used to do this. So it comes to a stop, and then it's got... Let's see what's waiting for us at Bryson here. So we got passengers for Nottahala, Silva, Dillsboro, and Ella. Oh yeah, it's an added complication, that's for sure. And I thought it might have been too much, to be quite honest. You do this several times a day, so... Bad memories. So they're dropping off all their Bryson guys right now. Off the tail car.
$9,000 to dispatch.
Go ahead.
We're ready for that second light now from Alarka Junction East to head to Bryson.
Okay, roger that. I'm just looking at where the westbound is right now. Yeah, that should be fine then. I'll keep you going. I was going to put you in the siding at Hemingway, but I think you can make it all the way to Bryson.
Roger that. Got a green signal. High ball.
Roger. How many cars do you have?
Oh, 21 minus 3, 18 cars. So 16 for Silva, 2 for Anders.
Okay, what I'll do is I will have you run through the yard on track 3, because I'm going to have the passengers deal with the main and the siding, and then you can switch from the east end. So just drop off your cars for Andrews onto the Andrews train, and then the rest for Silva, and then he's ready to head east.
Roger that. Yeah, I was just scanning ahead. I see a bunch of red cars at Whittier that need to be picked up.
Oh yeah. Okay, your switches are set.
Roger that.
Boy, they could use some crossovers to the west end of the station. But I guess they didn't need it for that. that's okay. I'm going to run through the yard myself. Roger that. So this engine here is running around the passengers. The car that's furthest to the east has to be picked up by the eastbound passenger, which is the first one. I don't know if it's the first one coming in or not. I'm going to basically get this engine out of the way and into the Y. Of course, it's 10:51, so I'm going to run out of time tonight, but...
Well, that's an interesting use of the Y to put those two passenger trains there. So the train can go by the Y, then back up the Y, grab the car, tack it on, and then take off.
Right.
The other passenger going the other way can back up the other leg of the Y, grab its passenger, and take off.
Well, that's true, except that the way the passenger is right now, one is closer than the other. In fact, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to get this engine out of the way. I used the Y the last time to pick up a car. So what happens is the first car of each train will have another car for it. It's kind of weird. So the first car of the eastbound passenger has a car for Alarka, and then he's got to pick up the one car which has all the stuff that's going with him. I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna put this into the service area for now. Get him out of the way until both trains have shown up.
So each train's dropping off a car for Alarka, and each train's picking up a car that came from Alarka.
That's right. So what the reason why I have to go through all that, I wish we could just it would do. I wish it could do the. Oh yeah, and then you got the turntable here too, so I can even turn the power, which I guess is not necessary because I can just run it backwards or whatever. Or no, I should turn this train. Why not? See, the east end doesn't have a turning facility. The west end does. I wish there was a Y at the other side too. There's a turntable at Dillsboro, but
Yeah, the Silva side needs a Y at the end. It really does.
there we go. That's all yours, Switcher. Only got 5 minutes. I'm gonna take a look at the. I've never watched somebody run this turntable from the side because I've always ran it. Could probably go a few minutes later. Or we end here. Would you've stopped? 10:55? Yeah.
Yeah, I can just stop it in the track and then we can switch it out next time you're on.
Sounds like a plan. Well, we got a nice setup for the freight, I think, right now. The passenger, we're just, like I said, this is kind of like a work in progress. There's a nice little drill track down at the other end. Yeah, so the two passenger cars that are sitting on the siding, the one goes east and the one goes west. And they're actually still loading passengers, which is nice. So Scott's got the passenger up between Western and McLean. That can stay AI. Westbound passenger is west of Governor's Island, so he's coming in. He'll be here shortly. So he'd be the first one that does switching from the west end. But I think that'll have to happen the next time. Yeah, let me know when you're all stopped, and I think this is a good spot to save it then. Everybody else is okay, right? Yeah, switchers. Are you okay on your end there? I know you were just turning the engines or the engine. Get my binoculars. There we go. Yep, I see ya. Yeah, once we get that, I think once those cars get dropped off next session, it looks like it's going to be for the weekend. Once those cars get dropped off at Silva and Andrews. And Andrews needs all four engines, even though it's a smaller train. Silva won't. Silva can take those two. It'll be fine. It's fairly flat, except for the one little hill there, which is I think 2%. Okay then. You okay for me to stop? 9,000.
Yep, I'm all parked and locked down.
All right. I'm not too sure about Friday or Saturday just yet. I'm just trying to think of what the schedule is. Probably Saturday, I'm thinking. I got a funny feeling Friday's all goofy. I know that the baseball game that was postponed today's being rescheduled till July or something like that when they come back in. But Friday's kind of weird because I don't get much of a run by the time the baseball game's over. And I apologize for this week because I miscalculated. They started their games a little bit earlier because they're at a different location, but it still brought it in. It was going to be too tight, so figure this would be easier just Friday to leave it the way it is, and then we'll go Saturday, and then we'll check what the schedule is for the rest of the week. I don't think there's an off day for a while, unfortunately. Not enough off days in the baseball. Too many games in the baseball season. Makes it tough to do anything else. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming out. I think Scott fell asleep in the back of the coach. Scott, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Two just made his drops here at Almond and made his pickups, and he's waiting his customary 5 minutes.
All right, sounds good. I'll save it from here then. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the passenger's just coming in now, so. There we go. And I'll disconnect from that. All right. So that went out pretty well. Fortunately, there's not enough work for so many people, but we'll try our best next time. But at least that gave a pretty good idea with the passenger operations and that. And then the freights, once we get that going, then we'll hopefully have more industries coming by the next day. Probably fast forward time a little bit, definitely during the night by the looks of it. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Take care.